We are here today because Tigray is under siege. Tigray is a small region, a very small region in northern Ethiopia. Two states, Eritrea and Ethiopia, simultaneously are attacking this small region of 6 million people. Our people have been under a debilitating siege for 2 years now. There is no telecommunication, there is no banking service, there is no electricity, and the government has denied access to our people to even humanitarian aid. The government in Tigray has extended its hand to negotiate. It has declared it's willing to negotiate unconditionally over anything, but the Ethiopian government, the Eritrean government, together are in a war. Just yesterday, drones from Turkey and Emirates bombed the capital city called Mekelle of Tigray, and 10 people died and 14 others were wounded. Just yesterday. The day before yesterday, similarly, the capital city was bombed, civilians were hurt. So we are saying this war should stop. And we are asking the governments that help the Ethiopian government to stop supporting the war. Of the 6 million people who live in Tigray, 1.4 million have been displaced from their homes. They have nothing now for almost 2 years. 400,000 pensioners and former civil servants that do not have salary or any money. Any money. Just the last 2 days, 400,000 more were displaced because of Eritrean war from the north. So we are saying, please, the world, listen to our situation and help us. Help us stop this war. Children have not been going to school for 2 years now. No schools for 2 years. All the probably 3-4 million children are out of school for 2 years now. So please help the people of Tigray to stop this war. And we call upon Germany, which is a very important country in Europe, to play its role in the European Union to impose some sanctions. The government of Ethiopia, the government of Eritrea are waging war because they have the means to wage the war. If the European Union impose serious sanctions, then they will stop the war. I'm sorry to compare bad situations, but more people are dying in Tigray than in Ukraine. If the world did 1% of what it did to support Ukraine, the war in Tigray would have stopped. Not even 1%, a small fraction of what it has done, the war in Tigray would have stopped. But people are not aware of the situation because the government of Eritrea and Ethiopia have sealed off Tigray. There is no information going out, so nobody is helping. But with very little help from Germany, with very little help from Europe, the war would have stopped yesterday, not today. So please help us. Please impose sanctions on the Ethiopian government so that it doesn't have the means to persist in its criminal ways. That's the message that we want to give to the world and to Germany especially. In Tigray, the total population is about 6 million. 6 million people.
And how much was died?
Very important point, thank you so much. The University of Ghent in Belgium had made an estimate that 500,000 Tigrayans have died in the last 2 years because of the war. Because medical supplies are not there, people are dying from preventable illnesses, people are dying because of extrajudicial killing, people are dying of famine, and people are dying of war. So 500,000 people, almost 10%, probably 8-9% of the population of Tigray has died, according to the University of Ghent, in the last 2 years. It's really a genocide. Seriously, it's just genocide. I'm sorry to use this word, but we believe what's happening is a genocide. It's a systematically engineered denial of food, denial of medicine, war, extrajudicial killing. Even Tigrayans who live outside Tigray itself are interned into internment camps. Last November and December, close to 100,000 Tigrayans outside Tigray were in prison without having a day in court. So we ask Germany, we ask the European Union to help us, because the government in Ethiopia, the government in Eritrea are being supported by many countries which are friendly to dictators. Sorry to say it, the UAE is supplying drones, Turkey is supplying drones, and these drones are bombing civilian population.